What's up YouTube? The D-Rock12 here from Team Talkie Tom, and today I'm coming at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. And today we're going to be profiling some Darklord stuff. This is like the stunny version of Darklords, not really the Saki OTK version. But I feel like this version is way better and more consistent, because a lot of decks just have a really serious problem dealing with Christia. But I'm just going to jump right in it. First of all, you're on your 3 Darklord Superbia. It's one of the better Darklords of the deck. It's definitely your best contact target. Like, you get it back, and you get back any of your other Dark Lords. Plus, it's a level 8, so it can be used for really nasty XD summoning. So, there's that. Next is a 3 copy of Ishtel. She's the best one, like, of the Dark Lord name anyway, because you can discard her and any Dark Lord card to draw 2 cards. And if you all know how the deck works, you know that all of the spells and traps can be procced from the graveyard anyway. So, like, she just has, like, a really good draw power engine, and plus she has the standard effect that all the new Dark Lords have. Just pay a stack during the other player's turn and use a Dark Lord spell or trap from the grave. 2 copy of Nastin. A lot of people play 3, but that's just kind of overkill. The only reason he's even good is because his special summon effect from hand. You just discard any 2 Dark Lord cards, summon it from hand, but that's kind of a big cost for a 2600 beater. But he is 7, so he's got a kind of a good level, and he has the same effect where you pay 1000 to activate any spell or trap from grave, so he's kind of good. He's good. He's fine at 2. You don't really need 3. 2 Tez. This guy is like your Gungnir of Nekroz, if you will, of the deck. Like, you just discard it, and it protects any other Dark Lord on the field from destruction for a turn. So it's kind of good. Plus it's 2800. The level's not so great, but the fact that it's 2800 and has a really good like hand trap effect is reason enough to play him at 2. 2 Amdusk. This is the one who's like kind of like a magical stone excavation, if you will, for the deck. You just discard this and any Dark Lord card to grab a Dark Lord card back from your grave. This recycles your Ishtels. It can grab you back like Tez's if you need to protect things and stuff like that. It's pretty good at 2. 1 Morningstar. This is like a love or hate card. A lot of people hate it and some people love it. It's really good when the effect goes off. The only reason that he's worse than the rest is because he has to be tribute summoned, and he can't be summoned by like special summoning with contact and things like that. But when he is tribute summoned, you get to special summon any number of Dark Lords up to the number of effect monsters that your opponent controls. So he's still a good one of. Like, Terratop is just like a 1 card Morningstar, so it goes off sometimes. Plus it's an allure target. Now for like the best card in the deck, 3 copy of Archlord Christia. 3 copies of this card is fine. Like, it doesn't really hurt you to play 3 because you can summon this with Valhalla, and you can tribute summon it with the Terratop Talkie Tom combo, and it's just really, really good. A lot of decks can't play through this, and it can, like, a lot of times you do special summon this card with its own effect, and that grabs you back like a free Ishtel or like a free Tez or even an Aston sometimes. So yeah, it's really good. Next is 2 copies of Vanity's Fiend. This is like the best 1 tribute monster over the rest. It's an allure target, and neither player being able to special summon is kind of a big deal. 2400, and a lot of decks just can't out this or the Christia. That's the main reason this deck wins a lot, is because like if you can't out this or Christia, like, you're going to lose because you're just going to get poked to death. For the last couple of monsters, you're in the Terratop engine, the 3 Terratop and the 1 Talkie Tom board. Just really, really standard. You can make Dante's, or you can tribute summon for your Vanity's Fiend, or any monster in your deck, really. Like, going these 2 guys is like a tribute summon for any monster in your deck. So they're pretty good. That's it for the monsters. It's kind of monster heavy, but it has to be, really. The best card in the deck probably is 3 copies of Banishment of the Dark Lords. It grabs you any Dark Lord card. All the Dark Lord spell and traps have the same clause in them that they can only be used once, like, their effect can only be activated once per turn. But whenever you're proccing them with the Dark Lord monster effects, it doesn't activate them, it simply applies the effect. So you can like get 2 searches a turn with this, which is really, really strong. Like, anything you want. It searches Ishtels and like allure targets and stuff like that. 3 contact. This one is nice for the graveyard special summoning. Like, you just activate this, special summon any Dark Lord from your graveyard. It works excellent if you have like a Superbia. You just go like special summon Superbia, effect to special summon any other Dark Lord, and then you can proc their effect of activating contact again to get another one. So it opens up some really nice like OTKs, and huge pushes with big monsters and things like that. 3 Allure of Darkness. All of them are dark monsters, so this is pretty standard. Just lots of draw power in this deck. This is pretty good. 2 Valhalla. A lot of people aren't playing this, but I feel like this card is really busted in the deck. Like, it gives you like a free Christia, or like even just like a free Ishtel if you have nothing else to go with it, or you know, just a big body Tez or whatever you need. This card can get you there. 1 Reasoning, because they're all different levels. So, and like, it's never, like, this is never bad. Like, even like going Reasoning and milling a Terratop, especially on the Terratop search out a Takiton board, like that's really strong. You know, it's just like having a Terratop in hand. Last spell is 1 Darkhold, just to clear like problematic boards. For traps, you run 2 of the Rebellion and 2 of the Enchantment. Some people cut these to 1, but with like the version that I'm playing, I feel like these are kind of necessary. Like, Enchantment is really strong. This one steals a monster by tributing or discarding a Darklord monster, and this one pops any card on the field by tributing or discarding a monster. And like, one of the really important things about both of these cards is that they do not target, and being able to proc these from grave on your opponent's turn is really strong. Like, activate like Rebellion, tribute your monster to pop a card, and then you can like apply their effects in the graveyard by another monster to discard and pop another card. So it's pretty good. And the last trap is 1 copy of Annie's Emptiness, because it's the best trap card in the game right now. So you have to run it. Like, whoever draws this just has such a huge advantage over their opponent. That's it for the main deck, 40 cards. Now for the extra deck, 1 copy of Dante for Terratop plays. Some 7s. I feel like I probably don't need all these 7s, but they're all pretty good when they do go off. Some 8s, Felgran. Hope Harbinger is probably like the best 8. You're gonna go into this more often than anything else. That and Lancelot's pretty good too. But the only thing about Lancelot that sucks is the fact that he must target like the first thing that activates. So you gotta be careful. Next is like the Cipher Engine, just because like stealing your opponent's stuff and turning it into this guy is really good. It's like kind of a big deal. And plus this discarding, like sending monsters from your deck to the graveyard, isn't bad. 2 really big guys like the Dora and the Gustav. Gustav burnt, like, the extra deck in this deck has lots of room, because you don't really have to like try to squeeze things in there, because you're not going to make them a whole lot because the main deck monsters are so strong. But having Gustav for game is huge, and making a Dora like and then going like normal summon Christia is almost always going to be game, because this protecting a Christia is just like one of the strongest things that can happen. And then for the Lancelot, I run the Pain Gainer and the 7 Sins, because you can go into the Pain Gainer with the Lancelot and then rank it straight up into the 7 Sins. So, and this card's really, really strong. But that's it for the main deck and the extra deck. The deck is really strong. It does have some issues with, like, even though there's so much draw power, you can still brick with it. That's the only issue that I have with the deck, is that you can still brick. Would I change anything? I would probably, if I had like the perfect opportunity, I'd probably cut 1 Christia for a Zerato, just because he's a level 8. But other than that, the deck is really strong. Like, the ability to like lock your opponent from playing the game with Fiend or Christia is really good. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like always, give a thumbs up and, you know, subscribe for more content like this, and I will publish as soon as possible. Let me know what you guys think about the deck, and if you'd make any changes, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try to check and like reply to all of them that I can. But hope you guys enjoyed. As always, this is D-Rock 12 for Team Talkie Tom, signing off.